everyone, today I'm going to be doing a itinerary for Andalucía, Spain. So my husband and I went in May of 2022 and I did the whole schedule for us. I booked all our stays, all our trains, everything like that. And we packed everything we could into the days we had. We had an amazing time. So I thought I'd go ahead and share that with you guys if any of you are interested in going to Andalucía, which I would highly recommend, or give you some tips on your travels in general. So I'm gonna start by letting you guys know what apps you should have downloaded. These are the ones that I used in particular: Canva, Taxi, whatever airline you're flying with, Files, Get Your Guide, Airbnb, Omio. So I went onto Canva, I searched schedules or planners, and then I took a template I liked and I used it for every single day. Downloaded them all just in case, and I put them into the files. I also put confirmation receipts, flight information. I put all of those things that come in as PDFs onto my files, and I put it all into a little Spain folder. That way I knew where everything was, and if I needed to pull it up quickly, I wasn't searching through my email or anything like that. First thing that comes up is May 5th and 6th, and that was the day we left for the trip. So we left on the 5th, we arrived on the 6th, and we had the evening. Definitely recommend having the stay and the address of the place you guys are going to be on this. I sent my husband all of these and I was like, download them, put them in a file, because if you get lost, you need to be able to pull this up and just show somebody the address or order an Uber and you know exactly where you're going, and you'll call me when you get there. Like, as soon as we got to every city, I wanted to check into where we were at, especially because we had our suitcases with us. Didn't want to be hauling those around everywhere. And I tried to line everything up according to the Airbnb check-in times. So our check-in time was at 4 p.m. So we went straight from the airport to the Airbnb. I really recommend walking, and if it's city to city, taking trains, except for the first day. So when you arrive there, I went ahead and I got onto the Get Your Guide app, and I looked for a car service. You let them know exactly what time you're arriving and exactly where you're going, and you don't have to worry about it. To me, this is just such a stress reliever, because you're in a new country, you know, you've had a long travel day, and you just don't want anything to go wrong. They also have your flight information, so if your flight gets delayed or it arrives early, they get notified. Our second day, I didn't necessarily need the travel because we weren't getting on a plane and we weren't getting on a train or a bus. So I just had the what to do and where to stay. The guy who ran that Airbnb was so sweet. He got me a cupcake from his favorite little bakery because it was my birthday. And he gave us a whole tour of the place. It was so cute. So anyways, I recommend. I did leave a review, so if you guys want to stay there, go ahead and stay there. So here's another thing. I literally planned like to the T the seconds of our day. And obviously it's okay to allow room for spontaneity, but I also wanted to see everything that people are like, you have to go see this. So what I did was I used, again, the Get Your Guide app, and I booked tours, I booked events, I booked everything on this app. I tried to plan based on location. So if I knew we had a tour in one place, I would look and see what was around there and plan to go to those places as well. That way we weren't going back and forth all over the city. When we would end up really far from the Airbnb, because we kept doing like incremental 10-minute walk here, 15-minute walk there, 5-minute walk there, if we didn't want to walk all the way back, we would either take a taxi or we would get an Uber. This is something that I didn't get until like days into the trip, and once I got it, it was phenomenal. It's called Taxi. And it saved me, honestly, because that was way quicker than trying to order like an Uber or a Lyft. There wasn't a lot of those, and they were more expensive than the taxis. I also want to emphasize, on a lot of the days, I did put time in for resting. Spain has their siestas, which means a lot of things are closed, but also we're doing all this walking that we are not used to doing. And a lot of times I wanted to go out to like a different vibe for dinner or the night. So I would like to go back to relax, to change, and then go back out, especially if we're going back out in a different direction. So I would also recommend not fully packing your day, giving some time, especially between events, and then at least an hour before dinner to just like, you know, shower probably from sweating so much. And looked at reviews for the food around. I mapped the walk from where we're staying to the restaurants that I thought, you know, maybe we would want to go to, depending on what we're feeling. So yeah, this is really extra and I get that, but it was super useful. Okay, and then the next day was May 8th, which was my birthday. I knew I wanted to go to this rooftop dinner place for my birthday, so I booked a reservation before we even went. Again, you'll see my spontaneity there. I said find lunch nearby. So that's what we did. We found a cool place without me putting it in the itinerary. Here are some videos and pictures of our time in Madrid. We went from Madrid to Cordoba and we took a train. Between cities or towns, we were taking trains or buses. And the way to do this was with the Omio app. It's super self-explanatory. You put the place you want to go. It's just like booking a flight, but that's their train system. For Cordoba, we did not stay very long, so we did have a hotel. Our check-in was not until 4 and we got there at 10 in the morning. But I know with hotels, a lot of times you can leave your luggage even if you don't have your room yet, and that's exactly what we did. So we went straight to the hotel from the train station. Then again, there's my itinerary, where we need to eat, what we need to do. Photo op places, that's a lot of things I found in blogs, was like photo opportunities. We were in Cordoba during a certain time of the year where they have what's called La Fiesta de los Patios, and pretty much everyone just decorates their patios in beautiful flowers and greenery, and then you just walk around the town and people just let you into their patios, and then you just like get a look and see how pretty it is. You can vote on whose was the best, and then you can see whose was the best from last time. And there's a little map of like where all the houses are that are participating. But again, that only happens in the springtime. So it's like a 2-week period, I think, that goes on. And we were lucky to be there during that time. Here are some pictures from our time in Cordoba. Which I loved Sevilla. It was probably one of my favorites. That Airbnb was also sick. May 11th, we have activities. Almost all of these I had to book with Get Your Guide. I guess you don't have to, but that gave me a guaranteed time to be there, and it made sure that I was able to do it. Also, sometimes the Get Your Guide, they had extra things that not people who just had a regular ticket could go see or do. And the guides gave you a lot of facts, and they described things, and they told you about the history of the place. It's not like you're just walking through and looking at everything, which yes, it's beautiful to just look at, but also we wanted to know what we were looking at and why it was there, all that sort of stuff. And most of the guides did a really good job of doing that. We did have one guide that it was not good. Anyways, so it's not always guaranteed, good experience, but I think most of the guides did a really good job, and I really enjoyed it. Another thing with Get Your Guide is that it's not always guided historical things. In Sevilla, for example, we did 2 really fun things through Get Your Guide. The first, we did a boat ride. They gave you drinks, they gave you food, dessert. Another thing that we did in Sevilla, we went to a cooking class, which I loved. I don't cook, but Joey cooks and he loves to cook, so I surprised him with a cooking class. It was so much fun. They taught us how to do traditional Spanish dish, and then we got to meet all these other people too. There was actually this one couple, they told us that they do a cooking class in every country that they visit. And I thought that was totally the coolest thing ever. So now Joey and I are going to start doing that. Yeah, it was so much fun. So I definitely recommend, yes, going to see the touristy things, but also just trying to find little things like that you get way more immersed. We talked to other people who were visiting. Some of the people in our class were students there studying abroad, and so they just got to tell us what are the cool places to go were. It's such a organic way of meeting people. If they are tourists, they can be like, hey, we went here yesterday and you should definitely go there too. And it's cool. Here is Sevilla, which we absolutely loved. We went was Tarifa, which is where my cousin was staying. So there's a few gaps of what to do's there because we were hanging out with them and that's where they were living, so they knew all the things to do, all the places to go. So I just left that up to them. Here is Tarifa, and it's a very small town. We were there visiting family, so I don't have really the names of all the places we were, but here are some pictures and videos of what the town is like. This was probably my only regret of the whole trip, was that we did not spend enough time there. It was so beautiful, and we did get to do a lot of things even though we were only there for a day or something. Joey and I definitely decided to go back, and we would need to go there. There was also a few other cities we wanted to hit in Andalucía, so we're definitely planning on going back. Here are some videos and pictures from Malaga. Video. I definitely recommend you visiting Andalucía, and I would love to see pictures or videos if you do end up going, especially if you guys go to any of the places we recommended. Leave any questions in the comments below. I tried to answer all of them to the best of my ability. If you guys would like to see more photos, you can go ahead and check out my Instagram where I posted pictures and videos of our trip there. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more to come. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, actually I said bye, but I know you guys loved Obi last time, and don't fret, Obi's still here. He's over there sleeping, but we got him a friend.
Got it on video.
Why is it coming so close? I'm scared of it.